Hi everyone, it's Ash once again. This is Indie Insider, and my guest this week is Sola Guinto. How are you doing, darling?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. How are
I'm
you?
very well, thank you. Is it nice and early there?
No, I'm actually in Rotterdam right now. So,
Okay.
yes. So I'm actually behind you by an hour.
I'm sure, is it not ahead of us for by an hour in Rotterdam?
Aren't you in England?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. right now.
Okay, so it's 3 o'clock my time, so that you're an hour ahead.
Yes, yes.
Oh, fantastic. What are you doing there?
I'm actually working on some new music.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, yes.
Talking of which, how did you get started, sweetheart, in music career?
First, gotta say thank you so much for having me. It's
Oh, it's a
so
pleasure.
exciting
Thank
to be
you.
a part of this. No, thank you. And how I got into music. Well, I started doing like backing vocals and singing for my friends' music projects as like in my late teens. I actually am quite like a late bloomer to music.
Okay.
And I was like singing as a kid and just doing it really casually. And then when I was like uh in university for my first, I went to school for music, but I just didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do yet, still trying to find
Right.
my place and everything, singing for other people. And then I was like, you know what? I gotta try it. I just have to go for it. I was like 19, almost 20 when I wrote my first like proper song. I had like dabbled in music with friends before, but nothing super serious.
Right.
Um, and then yeah, so I guess you could say my start was going to a Paramore concert and
Oh,
being like, oh my God, I can't believe that they're still like going at such a high
yeah.
level and like I was like, wow, like you can actually have a sustained career in music. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I should give it a go.
Why
And now I'm
not?
here.
Oh, why
Exactly.
not? And you haven't regretted 1 minute, have you?
No.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, it's not easy. I mean, it is super easy when you get to do what you love at the same time as it's not easy, trying to put yourself out there in new ways and meet new
Right.
people, especially as like living abroad. I live in England actually. So,
Okay. Whereabouts in
yes.
England did you
I'm
live?
I'm based in Manchester.
Oh, that's north. Okay.
Yes, yes. So I've lived up north in the UK for a while now. So basically I when I decided I wanted to start music, I was like, well, I need to do like a crash course in making music because I've just
Wow.
been singing. So let me audition for a school abroad and just like go where I want to do music, where I want to
Yeah.
try stuff. And I really wanted to, I've always loved British music.
Okay.
And I just wanted to try it. So I auditioned at like Paul McCartney has a school in Liverpool. So I
Right.
auditioned there and then I got in and then now I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. Do you do it Monday to Friday, or is it just certain days of the week?
Uh, mostly it's pretty much any day. Any day is at
Okay.
risk for me to write a song. So I guess I'm working toward making it like my full-time job. So fingers
Okay.
crossed.
And have you learned quite a lot with this music school?
So yeah, I mean, I graduated some years ago now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And yeah, sorry, I'm giving you like a real long timeline in a really short amount of
Oh,
time.
it's
So hopefully it's
fantastic.
not
Yes, don't
too
worry.
confusing. But I definitely what was your question? Sorry.
I know. I'm thinking about, do you sort of write to music, as you said, just every day? Or is it just that you do it on certain days if you're not performing or recording?
Yeah, that one. So I do a lot of like I do songwriting for like ads and
Oh,
for yes, and for different people as well. I've been um trying to collaborate with some DJs and some other artists and uh just really work on collaboration. Like I really love collaborating.
Okay,
And since like the pandemic, I've really just been trying to get myself back out there and meet new people and travel around, which is part of the reason why I'm here. Um, and yeah, so I most days I try to work on something, whether it's recording a vocal, doing some social media stuff, because that also now goes hand in hand with being a music artist in
that's right.
today's world. So I try to spend at least a little bit of every day, but rest when I can.
Of course. No, that's the most important. You don't want to sort of burn yourself out.
It's really easy to
Yeah.
uh like being creative, they don't warn you how exhausting it can be.
Oh, I can
Like
imagine. Yes.
yeah,
Because,
like for some reason like it taps into a side of you, especially if you're writing something emotional. Oh my God,
right.
that can take a lot out of you.
I can
Um
imagine because it's more sort of you taking energy to write this
mm,
and
yeah, like
emotionally.
yes, there's so much that you have to tap into. And so yeah, I'm trying to hopefully one day get make it to a place where I can do it all the time. But I'm in the UK now on a global talent visa, and so I'm like a year into that, and
Okay.
now like so over the last year been like transitioning my life into attempting to do this full time basically.
Oh,
So
wow.
fingers crossed that that can
Yes.
happen.
I'm crossing everything for you just to,
Thank you,
each
Ash.
day is one day ahead, if you know what I mean, to get
Yes.
closer to your goal.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, like, I can imagine that you understand to some extent, like being in the music industry
Yeah.
adjacently. Like, it's everyone in the music industry sacrifices their lives to be a part of it.
Yes, that's very true. I mean, that's why I always take my hat off to you, independent artists, because as well
Thank
as
you.
forking out money to record songs, to write the
hmm
lyrics, to perform the songs, it's not sort of an easy process.
No, and um, that's especially part of the difficulty that you're mentioning. Like you definitely nailed it with that one. Like that's a huge part is it's not just obviously like a time and energy commitment, it's also a huge financial commitment because
That's
I've
right.
done I've done labels and things like that, and it's not that I'm closed off to doing it again necessarily, but being independent I think is for me right now the place that I like to be. I
Right.
get full control over my release schedule, over what I'm doing, over everything. So while that adds a lot more pressure and a lot more stress, it is definitely yeah, the way to go. All the advice I've ever been given is like stay independent, try and stay independent. And when I was earlier on in my journey, I was like, yeah, okay, that's easy to say, like
Yeah. Yeah.
but not easy to do. And so it's probably like, the way to go to do the classic label route or whatever. Did that. And while, there was a lot of joy that came with that, there was a lot of not joy.
Right.
What's
A
the
lot of
opposite of joy?
stress.
Yes.
I can imagine, on one hand, being signed to a label, yes, you get paid, etc., etc., but you've got to now answer to the label. If they want to give
hmm
you a new image, you've got to do that image, even though if you're not happy with it. And on the
Mm.
other hand, being independent, as you just said, you can do what you want when you want, release your songs when you want,
hmm
you've got yourself. You don't have sort of a label on your back saying, do this, do this, do this.
Yes. Like last year, I was on a label and put out a song in the summer, and I was on an exclusivity deal, and so I couldn't release anything for the rest of the year, basically.
Oh
Um,
no.
and that happens to a lot of artists, and I was lucky that it was just a single, but there's uh, a lot of stuff that you don't really know about until it happens. And one of
Right.
them is like the exclusivity deal. Like being exclusively signed to a place can really tie your hands up.
Yeah.
And so as an independent artist, it's just I think it's better. But
I
it's also
think
harder.
it's harder and it's better. I totally agree because
hmm
that means in whatever songs you write, they've got how would you say it? They've got exclusive rights to the song that you've written, and you
hmm
can't release that song if you've left a label.
Mm.
So
And
I
like
agree.
they also have a time period where you can't release anything. So,
Oh, gee.
yeah, so that's why I couldn't put anything out until this year. But now I'm full steam ahead.
Yes, you
Uh,
go, girl.
yes. So that started, I want to say, oh my goodness, when did that start? February, March, something like that.
Okay.
And then I have another single coming in like 2 weeks, and then more after that. I have maybe like 5 songs done, ready to go, and they've been done
Fantastic.
for a while now. But because of last year, I couldn't release and yada yada yada. So
Yeah.
we're here now. We're here now,
Oh,
Ash. It's
thank
happening.
goodness. I'm so glad you left the label. No offense to the label, but
Yeah, no,
geez.
no offense to them, but
Yeah, yeah. It's
it's better this way.
exactly. I agree
Yeah.
with you. You're your own boss. You're not answering to anyone.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. And also, just tell us, what is your creative process, from start to finish?
Well, sometimes it can vary, but I'd say typically, um, I actually start a lot with either melodies or on top of just drum beats or like a simple loop
Okay.
um that like I either make with someone or that I get inspired by something and a melody comes to my head, whatever. And then I spell it out from there. And I often also write poetry in the middle of the night when I can't sleep.
Oh,
And I use a lot of that as like lyrical inspiration later. So when I'm having my little insomnia moments, I actually do a lot of my best writing. And so I guess I can't ever sleep normally ever again.
oh,
I guess that's
shame. Oh, no. I
but
hate that. Yeah,
yeah, but you do what you got to do, I guess.
that's so true. That's so true.
But not that I'm choosing to have insomnia, of course, but
It just happens.
uh,
I know.
yeah, might as well use it. Might as well use it. But I found
Exactly.
that like when I'm writing my poems, then I can use that. Um, and sometimes when I don't have any lyrics and I'm just in a room. I go to songwriting camps as well. And at these songwriting camps, you go like into rooms every single day with like a producer who also doubles as a songwriter and maybe another songwriter, sometimes even 2 other songwriters if you're lucky.
Okay.
And so I've gone to a few camps and I've written some songs for myself there. And when I go into those rooms, sometimes if I don't have lyrics, I just sort of it's just the energy in the room that inspires stuff. So my
Right.
most recent single, Flip the Switch, was one of those that was written at a songwriting camp. And later I added some extra lyrics to it, like after the camp, like a year and a half
Okay.
later, revisited it and finished up the song. But on the day, it was just very like in the moment, present, like talking out the ideas with the songwriter that was with me in the room, Flo, and my main collaborator, Thomas, who is producing and songwriting with us. And we, uh, yeah, I just told them the story that I was thinking about that I'd been chewing on in my, last couple days prior to the camp. And yeah, and then we just went for it and everything really flowed out. And so I think being really present in a room with people for some reason unlocks something in my brain where I can um, create. And I'm very
Right.
grateful for that because sometimes, obviously, like, depending on the room, depending on the people, it doesn't always click, but um,
That makes
it. Yes, it
sense.
definitely
Yeah,
would.
that makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure it does help you, as you said, where your creative juices start flowing even more when you're with other
Hmm.
people.
Hmm. And
And
especially if they are on the same like wavelength as you. And what's
yeah,
fun is that a lot of the people at these sorts of camps, like you're meeting them for the very first time, and they all come from different musical backgrounds and different experiences. And so you can make something really interesting that you didn't expect making as you entered the room.
right.
And that could be for better or for worse, but typically, I've had very good experiences with that. So I definitely want to go to more camps. I haven't been one in like a year and a half though, so I'm saying
Oh
this as if I'm
dear.
doing it right now, but uh,
Why
that was
not?
my last song. Yeah, so
Do you enjoy performing live at all?
oh my God, I love it.
Do you?
It's
Oh,
so fun.
when was the last
Um,
time you actually performed live? Or what is your future plans for that?
I I actually am performing live in London at Victoria Park for All Points East Festival, the
Okay,
field day on the 24th of August. So that's coming up very soon. So that's my next live gig. That's with American Express has a unsigned artist stage. And
okay,
so I'm a part of American Express's like unsigned documentary series that they do in the
right.
UK. Um,
Okay,
and so I'm going to be performing on the stage, I guess in partnership with them, for which is All Points East Festival. And so that's my next gig. Before that, my last gig was in Liverpool. No, sorry, it wasn't. What am I saying? It was in Manchester at
okay,
the Pier Hat. It was just a like Manchester Electronic Collective has a open mic for local artists to just try stuff out. And so I had some new songs that I really wanted to see how the crowd would react. So that was maybe like 2 months ago. So I've
okay.
taken a little bit of a little break, but I want to definitely do more performing.
Oh,
Um,
fantastic. You must send me details of the where you're going to be performing or what area,
yes.
and then I'd love to see if I could come and see you.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Yes.
Yes, please. Are you based in London?
Not in London. I'm about 2 hours from London.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, if you can make it out, that'd be so cool to meet you in person. It's
Yes.
called All Points East, and it is the field day on the 24th of August. And
Okay.
people like Pink Pantheress and Justice and Shy
Right.
Girl are performing and stuff. So it's a very electronic music festival. So if you're into
Oh,
electronic
nice.
music,
Yes.
you should go.
I've written this down and I'll make a plan if I can come up and, come
Oh
see you
my
perform.
God. Oh my God. Let me know, please,
I
if you
will
can make
do.
it, and
I
I'll
will
try to
do.
find you.
Definitely. I'll look for you. We'll look for each other. How's that?
Yeah, beautiful. Let's do that.
And just lastly, before we go, I know we're sort of out of time. Where can people follow you on social media or to stream your music?
Yeah, so you can find me everywhere at Sola Guinto. That's SolaGuinto. And I'm on all of the platforms. Uh, TikTok and Instagram are my main ones, but everywhere else exists except maybe I don't know. Is MySpace still a thing? Who knows?
I'm not sure, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Don't have one of those, so everything else should be fine.
Okay.
But I what was the next question?
About where people can obviously stream your music.
Oh yes, okay.
Yes.
So yes, of course, that one. You can look up me on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music as Sola Guinto. I have Flip the Switch as my most recent song. My next one coming out in about 9, 10 days or something is
Okay.
called What? And I also have a lot more coming. I have a collaboration with the Japanese rapper coming up, and yeah, lots of stuff cooking. And if you find me through this, please tell me. I would love to chit chat to any of you. So hit me up.
Yes, definitely. I will do that. I'm going to email you.
Yes, yes, please.
And then we can keep in touch.
Yes, please. And definitely, I'll send you more information about the festival. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. It's so cool, especially because like obviously you're not English in England, and I'm
That's
also
true.
yeah, I'm also not English in England. So we can have a bonding
Exactly.
moment.
Yes, Girls Unite. I'm looking forward
Yes,
to that.
yes.
Well, darling,
And are you South African?
yes, I am.
Oh, I know
It's,
another South African. We'll
do
we'll
you?
chit chat about it. We'll chit chat about it
Yes, I'll email
in the
you.
UK. Yeah.
In the UK. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Osley, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and chat with me. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. You're such a fun person.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot to me. Like
Oh,
I'm the support from you, from the whole
oh,
team,
oh,
from the
thank
radio
you.
station has been really, really just so special to me. I cannot express how much I appreciate it more.
Oh,
So
well, you
thank
deserve
you.
it. You're very, very welcome. And I wish you the best, well, the rest of the day, I should say, because it's almost 5 o'clock there.
Yes. Gonna go
Oh,
watch the Olympics after
yes,
some
that's it.
dinner later. Yeah.
Oh, well, Masvidal, thank you so much once again. And I'll email you now and we'll keep in touch.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling, and take care.
You too.
Thanks, Abe.